Hi guys, welcome back. It's Dan from the Two Piece Podcast. Just doing another hobby desk update really. Looking to show you what I've been working on. I know Ben's done one recently which is good, and we've had an episode out. Sorry about the break. Ben decided to have a holiday, which is outrageous, but there we are. He's back now, which is good. So lots to update you on, and you never know, might be something interesting. Thanks for joining, I suppose. Okay, so let's have a look at what's on the hobby desk then. So as you can see here, first up are the Questoris Knight banner that I was working on in the last video. So these are done. These were done a little while ago actually, probably about 6 weeks ago. So as you can see, bit of weathering on there. Got those transfers to blend in, which I was really pleased with, and quite a basic basing scheme. Actually trying to match that with, I think I said on the previous video, my salamanders that are my heresy army. So I'm quite pleased with these guys. I have got another 6 to do that aren't even out of the box yet, but for now these guys are done. Quite happy with those, and as you can see down the top of the, I don't know what the main guy is called, Baron maybe, leader dude, we got the yellow stripes. Used a bit of AK Interactive rust streaks, so I really like this. It is enamel, so you do need to use white spirit when you're using it, but it flows really nicely into all the cracks. So I don't know if you can see that there, yeah, on the top of the knight, in between the panels, that just flows in there really nicely. So yeah, that's those guys, some House Cadmus Knights. So if you remember, I said that I would be spending October working on Titanicus. Now, that was the plan, and this is how far I got. So this is my Warlord Titan for Legio Griffonicus. But I was about to start putting transfers on, and then I suddenly remembered that I had seen Forge World had said that they would be doing transfers. Now, we have spoken about this in the podcast, so I'm sorry if this is all the same again, but there's always a skip button, I suppose. And I was just going to go with what you've got in the box to get him done, but I know that I would just get annoyed, and I don't intend to have any more than the one Warlord Titan, at least not for quite a while. So I'm waiting, really. I've seen that they've previewed the Mortis ones. I'm hoping that very soon we will see a Griffonicus preview at the very least. I know there's a bit of a release coming up for Titanicus, so maybe they'll be all in with that one. So everything magnetised, as you would expect. So all of these bits do come off, I think. Yeah. I've left this bit off for a minute just while I'm working on it. So you see the little door there on the back. I'm quite pleased with that. That's the only bit where I've got some transfers and stuff out because I just got a little bit carried away. And I will be doing the base. We're actually going up to Warhammer World this weekend, and I know Ben, as you will have seen, has done all of his Titans, so he wants to play, so I'm thinking I can get the base done probably for this guy. But yeah, that's it really on... I suppose I got the wind knocked out of my sails a little bit over the transfers thing, particularly because I asked Forge World about them, and they just give me the usual, we don't have any news right now. And I'm like, I understand, you know, you can't just tell everybody everything, but at the same time, you know, letting a hobbyist crack on and put transfers onto what is, you know, a significant investment in time and money, when, let's be honest, they do know exactly what they're doing with those transfers. Unless it's a production issue, in which case, that's fine, just say it's a production issue. So anyway, enough moaning. So that's the Titan. So next up, you can see that I am gripping hold of a Slaughter Priest. So this guy has been sat in my case for maybe 2 years, just red. So I've got the base coats on him, and this is all because I am now trying to consolidate 2,000 point army. So you'll have heard me talking about my Khorne. If you've ever listened before, I'm big into my Khorne. And now what I'm trying to do is take all the bits and bobs I've got and bring them together into an army. So probably the biggest news with regards to my Khorne army is I finally finished this guy. So I'm really sorry because it's not all in the picture, but there are some pictures up on the 2Ps. I was really keen to go for a much more of a sculpted base than anything I've done before. So there's a lot of cork on there, homemade snow recipe on there, lots of skulls, 138 skulls in fact, bit of airbrush work with the fire, and yeah, finally finished him off. Plenty of blood, certainly on the blades anyway. I'm not a fan of it all over the model, but you know, each to their own, I suppose. So I'm really happy, over the moon to have this guy finally done. It's nice to have a big centerpiece, and I'm looking forward really to his first game. But what that led me to want to do is bring everything up to another level. So if I just reach behind me here, these are, let's move him out of the way. Thank you, Mr. Bloodthirster, for your presence. So these are my Blood Warriors. So they're okay, but they were quite a quick job a little while ago. No edge highlighting on the brass work, which is kind of a given now for when I'm working on my Khorne. And as you can see, the base is very plain. So what I'm working to do, and I haven't done any of the Blood Warriors yet, but I am working on the Blood Reavers, who again are very basic, is get the snow on. Some of the purple flowers from Gamer's Grass. I'm a massive fan of Gamer's Grass, and I love those flowers. I think they're ace. So just really trying to freshen up the army a bit and tie it all together. So that's been going on across lots and lots and lots of Blood Reavers. So I've been working on 20 of these guys, putting the snow on. I've got 30 Bloodletters to do, and I've got some Blood Warriors to do. So the Slaughter Priest is the only unpainted miniature in that big list, so that's why he is getting done. So here we go, a few more. So lots of them underway and lots more still to do. There's a Slaughter Priest that's a little bit more up together. Going for although I've got the same model, just going for the dark skin tone on this guy, and obviously more Caucasian skin tone was on this guy. So that's the snow. Now, snow is one of those things that I think a lot of people look for how to do it. There's some great guides online, and I've sort of amalgamated a couple that I saw. So I use 3 things in my snow. We have this Vallejo water texture, like that one. In fact, it's called Still Water down there. It may be a different one, I don't know. PVA glue. Clearly, probably not the cheapest way to buy PVA glue, but I've got it here, so I had it to hand. Woodland Scenics snow flaky stuff. They do that in a massive great tub, but because I like organising stuff, I've put it in a box because I'm weird like that. And then lastly, if I can find it, yes, gloss, acrylic gloss varnish. I put that in because I wanted it to look a bit shiny. I don't think you probably even need it, and I'm sure lots of people will say no, you don't need it. But I've put it in now, so it's part of the recipe, and I've written the recipe down, so I'll probably just follow it. But yeah, so these things here. So really simply, it's 12 parts of this snowy stuff. It is, and I'm just looking for my little book, which has got it written down in, 3 parts of this, 2 parts of the PVA glue, and 1 part of the varnish. And you just mix it all together. The nice thing is you can add more of the water if you want more of a slushy snow. So you could, I mean, I'm going sort of, it was snow covered and the snow sort of melting away look on my guys. So yeah, you can add in more of this texture. And in fact, what I might do, if it so interests anyone, well, I won't know ultimately, but you can tell me in the comments, is prepare some. So I've got these cool little pots that I got before I did an MKA painting course. I bought flipping loads of them because that's how I do things. I think I had about 100, but I've only got a couple left now, so I'm gonna have to get some more. So using those, got me pot. Let's make some space. So, 12 parts of snow. Now, it doesn't, I don't do it by weight, and I'm not particularly exact. So now this is divided into, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So 2 cups of that, like so. Get the water. Half a thing of this. Ooh. Sound effects, of course. Let's pour that in there. Get the PVA glue. Just stick it all together. Like I said, there's lots of great guides for using snow, and Valhalla Blizzard is very cool, and I have used it before. The only thing that I'm not so keen on with Valhalla Blizzard, and I'm just looking around, I'm sure he's up here, yes he is. So this is my Demon Prince. You might not be able to see the difference, but it's much more of a matte look to the snow. And I prefer the sort of slushy look myself, but that's again preference. And I mean, obviously one thing that is the case is that it will cost you a lot more to do it with Valhalla Blizzard, but you know, time is also money, so you might find that. I just try and open my gloss varnish here a minute, which I've managed to seal shut. This was an Amazon find. As you can imagine, I've had it for a while because, whoops, except when I just spray it over the side like that. There we go, just do that up. Right, gloss varnish. Now a big stick or an old paintbrush or what have you. Just mix it all in really. It's not technical, you haven't got to go, you know. Well, I suppose Khorne wise, if you do go 88 times one way, 88 times the other, guarantee dice will roll better. Absolute guarantee. 100%. Here we go. Gloop. Now the nice thing with this is if you put it in an airtight container, it will last for a long time. I made up this pot, and that was, oh, I don't know, probably 3 months ago, and that's not dried out. It's dried out a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah. There you are, loads of it, absolutely loads of it. So that'll keep me going, that'll get the rest of the project done. Right, let's just clean that off. There we are. And there you have it. So lots of snow now, so you can hold me to getting this project done. If you guys are up and around Warhammer World this weekend, weekend of Friday, I think it's Friday's the 16th, so 17th and 18th, come and say hi. Ben and I will be there. I will hopefully have this army. If I don't, you can clearly jeer at me. Also, if you do want your snow a little thicker to work with, just there we go, get some focus in there. You can just add a bit more of the woodland scene. I mean, play around with it a little bit, test it out if you want to on something, but write down your recipe so you know what you've done and you can repeat it. One day I'll get better with this, but for now we're going unprofessional. There we are. Dan's Crazy Snow. And there we go. So a little bit about what's been on my hobby desk. I hope you find the snow recipe useful. If you've got any questions, do ask. I'm sorry, as I say, Ben and I are still really getting to grips with talking, and also, using the phones and whatever to do the videos. So there's loads of great high class stuff out there. This is just a couple of dudes doing a little bit of an update. So guys, don't forget to post about what's on your hobby desk. Ben and I love seeing it, really love seeing it. Don't forget, I've been told to remind you, there's somewhere a little bell thing so you can subscribe to the videos, and that also will subscribe you so when the podcasts come out they automatically hit YouTube. We're obviously on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we're on Instagram at the Two Piece Podcast. So anything really, we love seeing it. All the hobby stuff is ace. So once again, thanks for watching guys, and enjoy your hobby.